Yo, man. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Let's have some fun, man.
Yes, sir. We back at it again. Falcon logo be again. Falcon business again. Logo business again. It's time to come on in. Yeah, man. We got some quarterback talk to talk about, man. A lot of good things going on too, but it's a lot of rumors around just the quarterback room. We're hearing about outside quarterbacks, inside quarterbacks, man. Regardless, it's going to be something that again we said, shoot, man, 2 3 months ago that man, it's going to be going on the entire summer. It's going to be going on all the way up, really until week 1 and beyond. So just strap on in, man. It's time to talk about the quarterbacks. What's good to the chat?
I'm having a little technical difficulty over here, man. It raining outside, so my network going in and out, but I can still hear you.
Yeah, man, that
But
storm. It's crazy.
yeah, it's storming over here, man. But y'all got to excuse us, man. It's raining, so if I go in and out, it's not my fault. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. It's the quarterback position. I know y'all might be tired of hearing it, but trust me, y'all gonna hear it all the rest of the offseason, man. So just get used to it. Cause
Topic.
one thing for certain, two things for sure. If there's no starting quarterback in place, you're gonna hear either Penix, Tua, how everything is going, or you're gonna hear some wild stories like my boy A1 gonna tell y'all out the wild about this guy that's been in the news lately, and y'all know what I'm talking about when y'all hear it. But trust me, there's a lot of ways this thing can go. It's far from done. And I've been telling y'all for a couple of months now. The Atlanta Falcon future quarterback may not even be on the roster yet. Sounds strange, but trust me, it could be true at the same time. And another thing before I keep going, a lot of y'all out there, man, a lot of y'all just like to get pissed off at me for no reason because
What don't
I give my
happen now?
opinion. I give my opinion on things and people hate it.
Oh
They hate
Lord.
it. But if I say something before anybody on national media says it, I agree with them when I said it long before they did. Make it make sense. But we'll get into that in a minute. But as we always do, man, we gotta say what's up to the chat. ATL Focus, what's up, my guy? That boy Silk in here. He said, "Get you some facts." My boy Big John Higgins, what's good, big bro?
What's good,
He
family?
said, "A1 man is got to be Tua because JP uh he Penix
Yeah.
won't be completely healthy. So the winner is Tua by a knee. Hell no, that's fucked up. God.
Oh man,
Jason, what's up, my guy?
family.
Tim, what it do?
What's happening, Tim?
DBG, what's good?
What's up?
Dre, what's up, my guy? I know I missed somebody. I'm going back.
Cool as Dre.
Larry, what's up, man?
What's happening there? Yeah, man. Hey, my thing is, and not even 100% healthy. I mean, I understand that he didn't hurt his arm or his shoulder or anything, but you still got to plant. Still got to use your legs. Still got to use your knees, man. I'm not even 100%. I'm excited for Michael. I'm excited for the Falcons as well because you never know where this could lead us. This is all good news when you see your quarterbacks able to move. That's good news for all.
Facts. Uh, can't always run with every news you hear. That's facts.
That's
But at
nice.
the same time, it's just an opinion. Y'all got to understand. Hey, I ain't got to call no names. I ain't got to call no names. Just know I'm always watching. I'm always watching. And you go to somebody else channel, you say you pissed off with me. I mean, hey, you can be pissed off with me. I'm fine with that. But
Yeah.
just know, before Louis Riddick even said something about it, I said something about it months ago. So
What
how
talk
am
about
I
it there?
how am I agreeing with him when I said it before he did?
Right, right. So what's the subject matter that we're talking about as far as with Lewis Riddick? Because I know he's been in the news, and yeah, that quarterback competition, I be doggone.
But that's the thing, man. You got to have a quarterback in place, and no matter who it is, no matter who it is, they got to be the right guy. No
Mhm.
matter Penix, Tua, or whoever else is on the damn team. They just got to go out and execute, go out and play, be competitive, come through in the clutch, all that good stuff. So he said he wanted to hear it. Trenton, what's up, man? Dan, what's up, my guy? Now, Dan, let me give you a shout out, man. One thing about Dan, when Dan agree with you, he do it respectfully. He will say, for example, and I'm not going to quote word for word what he said. It'll be, I'm going to just paraphrase it. He'll be like, I agree with you in certain aspects, but I don't agree with this part. And then me and him go back and forth a couple times, then we through with it. He don't never get disrespectful. He just always give a clear-cut answer why he don't agree with it, and he done with it.
Nothing is, we can always be indifferent. There's nothing wrong with being indifferent.
Yeah. Baby Drop said he's unsubscribed from Falcons today. It's crazy. I've been around longer than those guys, and they rolling. But hey,
I mean, shoot, them folks, they be having some narratives over there. I mean, I've seen
they do.
videos. They be having some stuff.
Yeah. RB say he from the strip, like always, man. Canadian Polar strip zip this weekend.
Okay.
We need a little bit more than a game, man. We need a guy that can throw some touchdown passes. But we'll get into that, man. We'll get into it. But what Chris is alluding to, Louis Riddick. Y'all saw my video already. Put it out there. And look, the way he said, if y'all have seen it, y'all know I said it long before it came across not his mind, but across the screen. Because I'm sure they think the same thing that we think, but they have to say it at the very right time while things are going on in real time. Because if they say it too early, guess what? You're probably going to say it's fake news, which a lot of people you say that we always talk about fake news. Yeah, I see that too. But look, this is what he had to talk about. So, let me make sure I got everything on hook before I get it, because let me make sure. Let's see. All right. So here we go. Mr. Louis Riddick. He just gonna put it on Front Street. She asked the question and he answered the right way. Same way that I answered months ago. Okay. Let's roll.
We know that accuracy can be a bit of a superpower for Tua when it's working well. Louis, when you hear that from Stefanski, can Tua take this offense that's full of playmakers to another level?
Yeah, I think he can. Look, Laura, I think we know that the kind of things that held Tua back were not because he didn't have the requisite skill or like mental horsepower to get the job done. One, he couldn't stay healthy on the football field. And two, the things around him, whether it be true complementary play calling when he was down there in Miami, or there was a deficiency on the offensive line, or the wide receivers down in Miami were hurt and they weren't all on the field at the same time. Those were the kind of things that really held him back. It wasn't because you looked at Tua and you thought, man, this guy doesn't process well enough. He doesn't move in the pocket well enough. He doesn't have enough arm strength or accuracy. He has all that. It's just that it didn't come together for him. So I can see why Kevin Stefanski sounds like he's sitting there going, hey, if this guy's healthy, we got an offensive line and a running game, and we can throw the football, in the play action pass game. I may have something here. That's not shocking. That's not shocking considering that Bijan is a great run threat, obviously, a great receiver, obviously. Drake London is a great outside line receiver, obviously. Zachariah Branch could wind up being one of those revelations of the draft out of Georgia, who you know well as a home run hitter in the slot position with home run speed. Yeah, look, I personally think Tua should win this job. All things being equal, no disrespect to Michael Penix, Tua is a fantastic passer. If he can stay on the football field and they can play complementary football, I think he wins this job going away.
We know that accuracy can be a bit of a superpower for Tua when it's...
at the same time, there's nothing wrong with his opinion. He can have his opinion and how he feels about the whole quarterback situation. And I'm not taking anything away from Tua. He does have that accuracy. Tua has always had the accuracy, and that's just been one thing that's been his calling card. I know I talked about it on Falcons Digest, just about how the accuracy and things like that, dealing with his dad, and his dad being the one giving the teaching and telling him, hey, you got to throw it like this, you got to do it like that, otherwise it's not going to work out. So regardless, I get where that comes from repetition. But he said also, what I'm saying, with a great arm or something like that. He kind of lost me right there because, Tua doesn't have as powerful arm as Michael Penix. I mean, we all should know that. But still, the accuracy is something that is very important. And we've been talking about this ever since really the Falcons quarterback situation went into a dire strait.
Right.
Ball placement is important. And we've talked about that as well. So, but the great thing about it is we're saying like Tua should be bigged up and because like he has been throwing some frozen ropes. But at the same time, from what my eyes has been seeing, both quarterbacks have been working on their mechanics and both quarterbacks are looking pretty darn good. So it shouldn't just be, Tua this, Tua that, Tua this, Tua that. What about Michael Penix, who is out there doing drills and not even 100% healthy? He knows that this is a competition as well. And I believe that those two are bringing the best out of one another. And Tua also said that he is doing the best that he can to compete with Michael, but also help Michael as much as he possibly can too with his veteran leadership, because he has been in the league, of course, longer, seen more things than Michael has seen. So he's trying to put Mike up on game and as well. And it seems like, and it feels like it's really authentic, not something for the PR. You feel me? That's the other quarterback that was here might have said.
Yeah, that other one he damn sure was doing it for PR reasons, and it's sad because he had been in the league for so long, and you got to teach the next generation, man, to be great. You made your money, step your ass to the side, let that man, learn. So once you leave, you leave him with knowledge of the game or how to play the game, how to pursue, and how to look at the playbook in a different way. Just because one thing about it, a lot of plays in the NFL are the same. The only thing that is the difference is the lingo and the way they scheme up for these things. The plays are the same. It's just the scheming and the play and, the way the coaches call the plays. That's the only difference. So,
right.
But this is one comment that Swisher, what's good, man? He said Tua would start. So would Kyler. Didn't sign either one of them to be a backup. How many times have I said that?
Hey, that's that. Especially in Minnesota, that situation is something.
It's his. It's his.
But
they pretty much gave up on JJ last year. He came back, stunk it up. They knew they had to get a quarterback, and he's another first round quarterback. Mm-hmm. So the thing about winning, you got to have the best quarterback on the center that can help you do that. And like I said, it's never been a knock to Mike Penix. It's just always been who gives you best chance to win right now. Right. And Chris, me and him were having a conversation the other day. You know what Chris said? What people keep forgetting? What did you say, Chris?
What people keep forgetting? And we talked about a lot, bro. But what about
the most important part that people missing about Tua?
Well, you're just talking about that accuracy and ball placement.
He's healthy.
Oh, healthy. Oh, yeah, 100% healthy. Yeah, that's what
Mike Penix is about. I would say about 75-80%.
If that.
If that.
So that's what I'm saying too. It's like, don't get me wrong. For me, it's big up both guys. You know what I'm saying? Right. Regardless, if one is struggling, we're going to get on them, right? But neither quarterback is necessarily struggling. They're competing, and and honestly, with the rate and route that it's going, we're going to get the best quarterback, you know what I'm saying, come week one, regardless. And for Falcon fans, you know what I'm saying, just taking out who you like and who you don't like, should be the main thing and the main goal. Who's going to give us the best chance to go out there and kick some Pittsburgh ass, you know what I'm saying, come week one.
Yeah. Yeah. But Kevin, thank you for this comment, man. And bottom line is we got to see what Penix is. I think we have seen Tua center. That's true. And plus, with all the speed at wide receivers, I think we're going to see more shots way down the field. And what did you see in Miami when Tua was healthy? He had Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Devin Achane, the running back, who's also a speed demon. What did you see? You seen long passes down the field, screen pass. You seen every type pass you could think of. Slants. comeback, anything. When you have and guys that know how to run their routes, you're gonna see a good quarterback. And I'm finna take it to this point. When Tua has all his weapons, and we seen what he could be. I'm reading it right now off the screen. 2023 Pro Bowl season, 11-6 record with the Miami Dolphins. 69.3% completion percentage. 4,624 yards, which led the NFL. 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. And yes, he made a lot of bad decisions that you're throwing 14 interceptions. But at the same time, you can't overlook 4,600 yards. If he gets 4,600 yards, 69.3 completion percentage, if he reached this ceiling and you getting that kind of production, I'm for it. I'm for it all day long. So to say that he's reached this ceiling and you think that's all you're going to get out of him, his ceiling is right there at 29 touchdowns, 4,600 yards. That's a solid season. And what did you pay for him, Chris?
1.3. And that's another thing too.
You get that kind of $1.3 million contract. Go ahead. You got it.
But you got to think about it though. Tua is also coming in here necessarily being a bridge quarterback. Right now, he's considered a bridge because we got to keep it real. Just like how people always, want to throw up the ACLs. We can't act like a concussion is just, a hangnail. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like that's not serious. Like, regardless of what you're looking at. Tua, not Tua. Michael Penix, he has the knee, but Tua also has concussions as well. We have to make sure, regardless, that the O-line is going to play magnifique because these guys, we have to keep them upright. We know when they're upright, they're going to be good. We've seen talent from both of them. They got different attributes, but both of them do have talent. The offensive line has to be right, and of course, giving them time, and they can't be patting the ball. They got to be able to run the offense and execute. So regardless, of who you like and who you don't like, Tua is playing for another contract because right now he's considered a bridge. And if he can get another contract either with the Falcons or somewhere else, that's in the back of his mind too when he's out there competing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm getting paid 54 right now from the Dolphins, and I'm only, I got the 1.3 from the Falcons, but I'm not, in my mind, I'm not done playing football. This isn't my last contract, so you think about that. And of course, Michael Penix, a lot of pressure on him because he has to prove that he's healthy. He has to prove that he's the guy. He has to prove that, that the Falcons picking up that 5th-year option is worth it. He's coming into his third. We're going about to be 4th year. So next year. But so it's just like Penix got a lot riding on him too. So we're going to get the best quarterback, man, regardless. I really am still in awe with the fact that Michael Penix is still out there running drills regardless. And guess what? They're all under center. A lot of the plays that they're doing is under center. They start under center. And I'm honestly, regardless of how you feel about Kevin Stefanski and the staff, I'm so glad that they have already come out here and exposed that BS with the whole offense and everything, regardless of whether you love Penix or you hated Kurt, whatever, how you felt. That offense was just dismal. And you could see that it was not that Michael Penix, couldn't play under center. It was just your offensive coordinator couldn't scheme right. And we talked about that so many times. So shout out to you if you felt like that it was always the offense and always the guy that was in the booth and then came down and started getting cussed out on live TV. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm just glad that all those narratives are being killed. It's absolutely killed, because we knew better, man. I know I've seen Michael Penix under center. I know Smitty, you have, and I know a lot of y'all in the chat and, watching this have seen Michael Penix under center. It was absolutely crazy. And I don't know why they went away from it, but I told y'all we had to overpay Kirk Cousins that because player, coach.
Facts.
Player, coach, man.
Yeah. Shelvis, thank you for the donation, my guy. Truly appreciate it.
I think she loves Adrian or Adian, something like that. But either way it
She
go.
love 80. Yeah, she love 80 in my bad.
Either way it
See, I
go.
bet. See, it all ran together, just like I messed up Miss Drea name. See, it just happens. But I appreciate the donation.
Super, super.
Grown man say Penix still needs time to develop. If Tua is the hot hand, let him spin it. Totally agree. And he's not lying. We may not want to hear it, but he is absolutely still developing. Why? Because he didn't have no one the first 2 seasons to help him develop properly. And now that he has somebody, Alex Van Pelt, and see, this is the thing that I'm thinking too, and I've told y'all this as well. So if y'all been tuning in and watching us, y'all know I give y'all every single aspect of this situation. This could be a blessing in disguise. He can recover fully, may not play this season. He could play, he may not play. But if he goes in after this season, goes into next season with the help of Alex Van Pelt and his offensive staff, he can go into 2027 and he could just break out. We've seen it 1,000 times. Sometimes you need to develop under the right guy in the right system. Look at what happened with Baker Mayfield. Stefanski's already done it. He's already done it. First year in Cleveland. I told y'all, Baker Mayfield threw like 35 interceptions his first 3 years. 2020, Kevin Stefanski take over coach of the year, first time. Baker Mayfield turns the corner and look at what he's doing now. All because he figured it out. And all because Stefanski helped him figure it out. Y'all may not like him because of what happened with Shedeur Sanders. That's not totally his fault. Because he didn't ask for Shedeur. The owner did. But when he put, and even Shedeur said, Stefanski worked me on the field, off the field, after hours, practice field, anything that you can name. So if he get that same type work with Michael Penix, help unlock his talent, all that talk will go away. Plain as day. So y'all got to look at it from more than one aspect. It's just going into this season. Michael Penix is fighting for his future, not just this season, for seasons to come.
Period.
So if he even if he doesn't play this year and he learns a lot while recovering from that injury, and Stefanski and Reese and Alex Van Pelt, who worked with Drake May, you see how that turned out. Everything has a plan and everything takes time. But since he didn't get thrown in there day one, take his lumps, guess what? Take a lump here, take a lump there, still got to learn. But if you go through an entire season of taking lumps, trust me, you're going to learn by that second season, you're going to be done picked up something.
No, I agree. I totally agree. But and the thing about it is, like I said, that's why I was so excited initially when we brought in this staff, because they are known coordinators.
Hold on, Chris.
Go ahead.
Baby Driver, I'll be working on that tonight. It'll be out sometime tonight, maybe tomorrow. But trust me, you know I got you. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, man. Brock and Meyer. We can talk about that, but yeah, that's another show. Either way it goes, but yeah, like I was saying though, just the whole quarterback situation, man. At the end of the day, I'm looking at it like this: Michael Penix, he has a lot to prove. Tua has a lot to prove. Competition brings out the best, and honestly, the only people that can reap the rewards from this is the Atlanta Falcons and the Falcons fan base. It's going to be, regardless, somebody's going to win. If Penix is out there, yeah, you're going to have some people that's disgruntled, but you got to get over it. If Tua is out there, same difference. At the end of the day, let's go out there and make sure that we have the best team on the field to take it to Pittsburgh, and make a statement week one, because we need that. At the end of the day, regardless of who the quarterback is, at the end of the day, yes, I have my personal preference, but at the end of the day, I'm still all about this logo. And that's what's the most important thing for me, man. I just have to, sometimes I have to keep telling myself that. For real.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I mean, sometimes, see, this is the thing that y'all fail to realize. Y'all get mad because of an opinion. But when y'all make an opinion, y'all expect that should just take what y'all say, run with it, and it's right. Nobody's right 100% of the time. Keep it real. Nobody. If somebody's right 100% of the time, they would be rich as hell right now. Wouldn't have to worry about nothing. So come on, man. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely.
But I'm trying to find the clip to what Stefanski said to give y'all a little insight as to what he's saying. But go ahead, Chris, till I find this.
Talking about the accuracy for Tua. Is that what we're talking
Right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
man. Well, you know how it is, man. And again, Tua and his accuracy really has always been talked about. So, like for me, I'm really not surprised. It's a good thing for the Falcons, to see that and to hear that. But again, I just want to see, how Tua is, upright. Got to see same way. Got to see him in the pocket, somewhere under center, everything. If he is the guy week one, that's what basically what I'm alluding to. If he's the guy, hey, I still want to see it. I want to see how far he can throw the ball, all that good stuff. Can we get the ball? Can we get the offense downfield? Because I know it is some criticism behind that. So it's like, he got his faults too, man. It's not all just Penix. People got to stop just jumping off Penix. You can really find flaws with either quarterback. But at the same time, I'm just saying there is nothing to complain about right now. I feel like, just keep on keeping on and just keep on, representing both guys. And at the end of the day, in a minute, should be getting the training camp scheduled soon. And then we can go see for ourselves in person. I can't wait for training camp. It's going to be even better than it was last. It's
going to be crazy.
Yeah,
we're going to be at that thing fire hot.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hopefully, y'all. Smitty, Stefanski had a dink and dunk offense. He barely going down the field. Tua is a dink and dunk quarterback. But see, the thing about it, he's a play action quarterback. So it's whatever open. And I'm telling you, Kyle Pitts is going to make a major difference in this year's offense. I've said it already 1,000 times. When you have a play action type coach or type offense that you like to run, and the crazy thing is Tommy Reese is a former tight ends coach. So he's going to know how to get the best out of Pitts. But I get what you're saying with the dink and dunk, but it's always about what's open on the field. One thing about it, when you got a guy that's 6'4", like a Drake London, or a guy 6'6", you're going to take more shots down the field. They didn't have that in Cleveland. Think about it. They did have a nice tight end in Harold Fannin and David Njoku, who's now in Los Angeles. But he wasn't neither one of them wasn't no Kyle Pitts. They had Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver, but he's not Drake London. He didn't have that type size. He's a solid receiver, but he doesn't have Drake London size. And think about it from Tua's standpoint. We talked about it. He had a track team in Miami. What have they went and done this offseason? Went and got Zacchaeus, drafted Branch, went and got Dotson, who's a 4-4 guy. So they're going to take more shots down the field. Trust me on that. The only thing is,
hold on,
this offense to clicking. Go ahead.
I was about to say Penix does well with speed receivers too.
Absolutely, but that's where I was going to go. I was going to say you got to think at Washington. He had Odunze, he had McMillan, and he had the guy Polk. So So I mean, he knows how to use speed. It's just timing, and that's where Zach wasn't clicking. It was timing. If he had clicked with the timing, we would not be having this conversation. Penix would be farther than where he is right now. But again, the funny thing is everything happens at the right time because Raheem put the wrong coach in place. So that's where the problem started. That's where the problem started.
The great thing about it, he had all those guys and he had Jeremy Bernard. But he was so far down the depth chart and all those guys were just better than him and ahead of him, at the time. But he had all those guys, and he did well. And he threw touchdowns to every last one of those guys that we just named, too, in that season. So he can spread the ball around as well. So at the end of the day, they went left hand, versus lefty, which makes sense. They're getting speed guys that both guys can use. They got Tua Tagovailoa, and he has the accuracy. Michael Penix, I feel like he has more power in his arm and can get the ball downfield further than Tua can. But it really, man, it's going to come down to those mechanics, that execution, who can get the ball out, and honestly, that offensive line being able to hold up as well. Because last year, man,
ugly.
But my thing is, you look at a lot of those clips, it's only one side, and it's mostly one.
Elijah Wilkinson, yeah.
It's crazy.
The one who was talking shit. and couldn't stop a 2-year-old from crawling down the steps. But y'all see what happened with Kevin Stefanski, what he said about Tagovailoa. Working very hard, veteran, fits in very well with our guys. Skill set is what you see from his days in Miami to now. Very accurate, fits in real well. And that he's just giving him a compliment because he knows that he's working. He just didn't bring in, just another quarterback to say, we're going to have a competition. He's no Marcus Mariota. He's no Desmond Ritter. He's no Taylor Heineke. He's Tua. I gave y'all the stats. Y'all said his ceiling can be high enough for them to make a long run in the playoffs. Because think about it. As I told y'all, guys like Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, these type guys won Super Bowls. They had strong defenses. They had strong run games. What do we have right now? Strong defense, strong run game. We just need somebody to manage the game, make the throws when they need to make it, and, put points on the board. Become better in the red zone. And I think they can do that. Falcons just got to take advantage of it.
Listen to this.
All right.
This is right here. This is for what Tua was saying also about, working with Penix in the competition. And he says competition has been around us our entire lives, right? For Mike and for all the other guys that are in the locker room, competition has been there. I've got to go out there and compete. MP has got to go out there and compete. The quarterbacks are running their own race. But by all appearances, the relationship between us two are, very positive on the field, in the meeting rooms. They are working and encouraging one another, learning the playbook this offseason as the program continues to ramp up. And Tua also said, for me, it would be wrong to not help Michael. So that's how I see things. And, so again, just going back to Tua understanding that it's a competition, but he's also willing to help Mike as well. And he's also saying he's saying one thing that's a key advantage going into this competition is Tua's health. Tua is feeling 100%. And of course, Michael Penix is still recovering from the ACL, but still going out there. But he gave Michael his credit. He said, despite a lengthy recovery process, Penix looks the part. And I'm impressed. So I'm very impressed for what he's shown out there. And you can't just tell me that he just hasn't been working hard. And he's been working really hard to get back out there. You see the level of respect between these guys. And honestly, man, that's what you want to have, a healthy quarterback room regardless. They know it's a competition, but they know that they're going out there representing the logo, and they're still going to support one another. So it's great, man. Honestly, I love to hear it, love to see it.
And just like somebody brought up in the chat earlier, he's still developing. Absolutely, he's still developing. So he's got to learn, the new lingo, all that. Tua's a veteran. He's heard every piece of lingo he can hear in the NFL. So he can easily adjust to what Stefanski's doing. If Penix was farther ahead and because of Zach Robinson, Zach didn't teach him how to, get into the playbook like that. And that takes time. Tua's been in the league, 8 years? 7, 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
So he's been around long enough to adjust to these type things. But trust me, Mike gonna catch on to it, and he's gonna do what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like somebody said in the chat, and like Chris said, these guys could be one injury away. What if Tua goes down early? Penix jumps in. I mean, it could happen either way.
Yeah, but that's also another reason why we really kind of like segues into part 2 of this whole conversation, and that is the young guys, or should I say the younger guys. And really it's crazy because they're not too far off from each other, and some of these guys are around the same age, but still, we're talking about the undrafted guys. We're talking about the possible supplemental guys, because there are articles that are suggesting that the Falcons could still possibly not even have their quarterback and should actually have 5 quarterbacks in the room. Now, folks think I'm just making this stuff up. At least I know that's what one guy was thinking on Falcons Digest. And I had to tell him, I'm like, look, you don't believe me? Just search the web. You'll find it. I mean, I know Blog and Dirty has one, but you can find some articles to where they're saying Falcons should be looking at the supplemental draft for their quarterback, possibly.
But we're gonna let Dan question segue us into these questions. And this is the question you had: who will be the third string? Because with both Penix and Tua injury history, they might not have to make starts this season. Whew.
Then now that, I ain't gonna lie to you, that would be catastrophic if you're getting all the way to your third quarterback. But it is a possible reality. So let's go into that alternate reality for a second. All right, so Penix and Tua is down. All right, so now you're trying to figure out who you got behind those two guys. Well, right now you have Trevor Siemian, who is a journeyman, and he's been on multiple teams, but still NFL experience, has won some NFL games, and then you also have the mystery of the 6'5", 245 Jack Strand. And again, it's a lot of mystique around him just because of that aura that he has of being that big of a quarterback, really bigger than Josh Allen or around in that area. And again, just having a cannon for an arm. Jack Strand, even though I know that they were saying that he was missing a couple of simple throws, but that possibly could be him just being that gunslinger. Trying to get it in there, but also he threw a pass that was over 50 yards. Now he didn't complete it, but the fact that he, just have that cannon, that hand cannon for an arm, and threw the ball 50 yards just like that, just with ease, that just lets that he has the tools and he has the arm. He just got to put some things together. He's not as far as long as Tua and Penix. So, but again, he's interesting. Again, there's a lot of mystique around him. But also, again, like I was saying before, there's another guy, and some of you may have heard about him, may have not, but I will tell you that it is Mr. Brendan Sorsby. Now, he's moved around to a couple of schools recently. I know he played for the Cincinnati Bearcats, and it's so crazy when I seen that name, I thought about Desmond Ridder and had bad flashbacks. But either way it goes, he had a good season with them, and he ended up landing with the Texas Tech Red Raiders back in January. But
right
when everything was going right in April, that's when the news broke that Sorsby was under investigation, NCAA investigation. This man placed thousands of sports online bets, thousands of them. And it was revealed that he even placed bets on Indiana. And he wasn't even starting. He was a redshirt freshman, and he was putting bets on Indiana football in 2022. So what'd he do? They gave him treatment. He had to step away and do a 35-day inpatient rehab program for the diagnosed gambling addiction and an anxiety disorder. The NCAA ruling came down on May 26, 2026, so just a few days ago. The NCAA officially declined and denied Sorsby's request for reinstatement and handed down a permanent ban according to their strict rules. Now, he has a court date. It's on June 1st, and then is when they're going to figure out if they're actually going to, because they're still trying to fight this. And actually, the president of Texas Tech is publicly backing Sorsby as well because they want their quarterback. So the final ruling is going to come down June 1st, and then he will have until June 22nd to make a decision to enter the NFL supplemental draft. Now, the only thing about that supplemental draft, y'all, is if you draft a player, you lose a draft pick, and it's a blind draft. So, for example, let's say the Saints throw out a 5th round pick, and we happen to give a 3rd round pick. The Saints don't know that we giving a 3rd round pick. They just do it's a blind bid. So it's whatever you want to bid, all the way up to a 1st round pick if you want to. And then so that means we would lose whatever pick that is in 2027. So if it's a 1st round pick, 2027 1st round pick gone, 3rd round gone, whatever it is that you give for that. But my thing is, it's so crazy that this guy could even be linked to the Falcons because our quarterback situation is in dire strait. Guys, this man is going through turbulence right now with himself. Just the fact that he may be okay with the gambling now, who knows? But the fact that he placed thousands of bets, and we're the same franchise that let Calvin Ridley go for a bet or two, I don't see the Falcons for that reason alone. We ain't even getting into the fact that Jack Strand is here and the rest of the quarterbacks. I'm staying right there and saying, how can you expect a franchise that let Calvin Ridley go for gambling to bring in Sorensby, who has a way worse gambling problem? Thousands of bets. It was thousands of bets, and this man was a red shirt, and he was still placing bets. How does that work in Atlanta? Especially
when disease.
This went on with JPJ too. How does that work in Atlanta?
I just went on with Calvin Ridley too.
It doesn't make any sense, and it's dumb. If you ask me,
it won't work.
Also,
and I'm glad you made that point, because you made another great point that we about to talk about. If you look at Jack Strand, but go ahead. I let you talk.
No,
that's what you were going. That's where you were going.
You're going exactly where I'm going, man. And then if you pull up their stats, if he doesn't blow Jack Strand out the water at all, and if you guys can't read it or can't read it, I definitely can read it for you if you can't see this. Jack Strand versus Brandon Sorensby. Now, Strand does have more games. Yes, I understand, 8 more games. The passing yards are there. Also, I wish I had the completions as well, but completion percentage is there for Strand. Yeah, the interceptions, you see 35 there, and you see 17. But at the end of the day, like I said, Strand is still a gunslinger. He got 126 touchdowns to 60. Now, the thing that so has is that dual threat ability, because you see the rushing yards and you also see the rushing touchdowns. And so, again, yes, dual threat ability. Pocket passer more so is Jack Strand. But again, there's nothing on this list that makes me feel like, I think I'm going to let Jack Strand ride, and I'm going to go ahead and spend a future pick on Sorensby. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Dan says Sorensby was talked about as future 2027 first round pick in early mocks. That said, I wouldn't take that chance. Yeah, he's absolutely right. They were talking to him as a first round pick. But I'm going to tell y'all this, and me and Chris talked about this just a little bit earlier before we got on. Y'all want to take a trip down memory lane. This is why the Falcons cannot make this mistake again. What do I mean? This is what I mean. And I'm old enough to remember this. And OGs in the chat, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. They took this guy out of the Southern Miss named Brett Favre back in 1991. Second round pick. Same characteristics of Jack Strand. Same, pretty much the same playing style. Gunslinger, strong arm, can fit the tight throws. And he showed that throughout his professional career. He just let it go, dealt with the consequences later. All-time leader in interceptions. But he got 2 MVP awards and 2 Super Bowl trophies. But I say that to say this. Jerry Glanville can put his ego aside to move on from Chris Miller. We knew Chris Miller's best days were behind him at that point. The only time I saw Brett Favre really play garbage time in that NFC divisional playoff game when we got ran off the field against Washington. So Atlanta Falcons, do not make the same mistake again letting another Brett Favre get away. Find a way to keep Jack Strand on the roster, because if he gets to that practice squad, somebody's going to get him. There are 3 to 4 teams right now, Arizona Cardinals, that need a quarterback. There are new head coaches in this league that are looking for young quarterbacks. And I know he played in Division II. Y'all saw the numbers. But Brett Favre played at Southern Miss. That wasn't even a power conference back then.
At all.
Don't make the same mistake twice. You got your Brett Favre, and I know about the Buckhead Brett stories. I know about them. But you got a 6'3", 6'4", 240-pound quarterback, cannon arm, Brett Favre characteristics. Find a way to make it work. Because guess what? Like Chris said earlier, somebody said in the chat, what happens if both of these guys somehow, and we're not wishing it on them, but we know we've seen stranger things happen. You got to turn to somebody. I said something about Michael Penix taking his lumps earlier. What if you get a young quarterback like a Jack Strand and say, hey, fuck it, we just let him take his lumps? Because I'm telling y'all, Trevor Siemian not it.
Nah,
he's not it.
His days.
He's only guaranteed $300,000. That's a dinner at Waffle House to the Falcons. Come on now.
Right. Yeah.
He's gonna be a clipboard holder. He's a locker room guy, a glue guy, a film study guy, a practice field guy that comes in and help the young guys and tell them what they need to know and how to, just like. And the crazy thing about it, guys like Trevor Simeon become great head coaches.
Yeah.
But let's keep it real. He's not here for getting out on the field taking snaps.
No, Matty Ice's been out there throwing footballs lately.
Right.
They had Matty out there on the goal line, and he throwing fades and he throwing footballs at the guys, man. And I was just saying, man, hey, come on now, that's absolute camp body. Yeah, just Jew just said it. It's just camp body. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look, Jew, what's up, my guy? But yeah, I mean, look. You gotta sometimes things land in your lap for a reason. And there were teams when the undrafted period hit, and I talked about it before the draft was even started, that guy was on their radar. And they got him. They got the perfect offensive staff to develop a quarterback or help develop a quarterback. They have a president of football who can also help with that. Make it happen. Right. If you want to get a steal, make it happen. Because y'all can transform that kid into something great. I just see it. Because you see his throwing motion. Yeah, it's a little uncanny, a little 3/4 to the side, but you can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
He can bring in the quarterback coach, throwing coach to help him with that.
He almost throws like a baseball player almost.
Almost. And he did play baseball in high school. Mm-hmm. So look, just Atlanta Falcons. Just don't mess it up again. That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts.
But Chris, let me ask you something.
What you got? He had to rub his chin a little bit. What's going on?
Let's get.
Is that then?
What's up, my guy? I get in the mood. I've been ripping and running, and I think I want the fans to come in and talk for a second.
Right.
Is it all right if we do that? I'm gonna leave it up to you.
We got a couple minutes, man. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So what we gonna do? We don't usually do this, but since y'all been so generous and donating to our channel a lot in the off season, I'm gonna just let y'all come in and give y'all thoughts on the quarterback competition. Now, might I add you? Please do not come in here with disrespect. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm. And please try to keep it short because I'm pretty sure a couple folk gonna want to try to come in.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people want to come in and talk. So keep it to 2 to 3 minutes. Come in and give your thoughts. We'll get our response to your question and your thoughts, and then we'll move to the next person. So if you're long-winded, don't press the button. Just being real. He said you like them hats, man. Them hats, they be fine, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. One thing about it, man, I keep me a hat, man. It's I don't know, it just kind of runs in the family. My dad wore hats, mom wears hats.
Yeah, he did.
Brother
yes,
wears
he does. Hats. That's just a family thing, man. Yeah. I saw his mom at Walmart. She had on a baseball cap. I said, look at mama trying to go incognito.
I'm saying we all
tell mama I said, hey, by the way. Auntie Joy said she's been a fan 41 years and season ticket holder nearly 30. She's not lying. Shout out to her mom as well. But she said, wow. But I mean,
questioning her fanhood.
Oh no, you can't question her fanhood here. She on TV. That's something you can't do. When you on TV like she is on the team page. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let y'all in right quick. We're gonna talk for a minute. And I know a lot of y'all long-winded, so if y'all can please hold it to 3 minutes, ask your question, we give our answers, then we move on. Let's just keep it simple. Okay. But I'm gonna drop it in the chat, the link in the chat, so y'all come on through and talk to us. We ain't heard from y'all in a while. Link is in the chat. Come on through, talk to us right quick. And we'll give y'all about 15 minutes. So just come on through. Come on through. Tua Penix. Give us y'all thought on the quarterback battle. Granddad said Chris Smitty win Falcons. When Falcons win the NFC South, we cue the Woody Pecker. That's all, folks. Yeah. Good way to put it.
For real. And the thing about it is, I know Albert Breer, he had recently dropped something as well, talking about, divisions that are up for grabs. I think it was like the divisions that are the most up for grabs or something like that. And he talked about the Atlanta Falcons in that story, and so he talked about that side, and it's just interesting, so he talked about the NFC North. I think he talked about all those. Yeah, he definitely mentioned the Falcons, mentioned the Aints as well. So gonna be very interesting to see where it goes.
Facts. DBG, what's up, my guy?
What's happening, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
What's good? Yeah,
Yes,
we can
sir.
hear you, man. Talk to
Okay.
us.
Oh yes, sir, man. How y'all doing, man? Glad to see y'all. Shit, my like, man, just like you've been saying, Smitty, when Tua first got signed, man, I heard that you said that he he's got a chance at running away. It's his job to lose, and I completely agree with that. Just for the simple fact that he's a veteran QB, he's been in this league. He's injuries have set him back. He had a historic season a few years ago with over 70% completion percentage for his passing. So, but the bottom line to me is what I think is that, like you said, the fans and us fans, we got to realize that we got a new regime in time. Either one of these quarterbacks, to me personally, could be the long-term answer. Now, I'm praying that I'm wrong about Penix as far as his health. His health is the only thing that concerns me.
Right.
And the coaching, and with Zach Robinson last year, and I think I posted it in the comments in the chat. I mean, my question to you guys is, and I want to keep it short, with Matt Ryan here, with Kevin Stefanski here, with Alex Van Pelt here, I think we have a better coaching and support system for all these guys to get better.
Agreed. And that's been my whole point. I agree. And when you have the right pieces in place, as far as the offensive staff, and I talked about it earlier, Baker Mayfield under Kitchens wasn't going nowhere. You get an offensive guy like a Kevin Stefanski who worked with quarterbacks his entire career, things start to click. So guess what? With Penix, what he's been lacking the last 2 years, he's going to pick up on it. Jack Strand, rookie guy, Division II, I don't care what division it is, college quarterback, he's going to pick up on it. So in that aspect, that's why I'm happy we had this staff, because I know whoever we have at quarterback, I think they're going to get the best out of these guys. And we have guys like Van Pelt and even Eaststrand when he was in New York. He can develop a quarterback.
Exactly.
He has a quarterback background. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I wasn't never being, negative. I just see it how it is. I just see it for what it is.
I mean, I completely agree with you. I mean, you weren't telling no lie. And, with the speed that we have on the outside, I think somebody said he was a dink and dunk, quarterback, man. Tua has one of the fastest releases in the NFL. When you have speed, those quick slants, those screens, and even when you got to go deep, we know he can throw it deep because, he had Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle in Miami. So, yeah.
Facts. But DBG, as always, I love you, my guy, and I appreciate you as always.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
No doubt. Let's see what my boy Jew talking about right quick. Jew, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on the quarterback situation?
Yeah, man. What's up, man? I actually just got off work and I seen y'all was live. I got the notification, so I was like, let me hop in real quick and kind of get my thoughts, because I've been having fans on my channel asking questions as well. And I basically I feel like what you said. I didn't get to catch y'all show because I just got off work, but from what I'm hearing, y'all believe that Tua is the front runner. Is that correct for the starting quarterback spot?
I think right now, well, for me personally, I think right now Tua may be ahead by health. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the most healthy quarterback between the two. So you're gonna play the most healthy. I mean, regardless if it's 100% Tua versus 70% Michael Penix, I'm not gonna throw Michael Penix out there. That's unfair to him. So it's
Right.
like I think he's ahead by health because both quarterbacks have been doing well in the competition so far. So that's just what I think.
Right. What's up,
And,
Chris,
and
man?
yeah, and for me, it goes back to what I see it from the jump. Um, I think Kevin Stefanski brought him in to compete for the starting spot. He was just going to give it to Penix. Why? Because he knows Penix still has a lot of growing to do. And he wants to have another quarterback in place just in case that something just doesn't go right. He's injured. He may be back by the time preseason rolled around, but do we really know that? He even said it himself. He's going to take it day by day. So Kevin Stefanski had to have a backup plan in place. But at the same time, when you look at the price, when do you see a quarterback with those kind of stats just 3 years ago throw for a near 5,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 70% completion percentage? You get that for $1.3 million.
1.3.
So, yeah. So, I mean, look,
Man.
I think too, like Chris said, health wise, he got the upper hand now. But once Penix gets to the point where they can trust him, the doctor really clears him to do all what he needs to do because he's only running 7-on-7s right now. He's not even practicing yet. So he's just throwing the football. And you can't get excited about that. I mean, it looks good, but at the same time, is he pushing off that leg? Is he driving? Is he running? Is he doing any of that? So, I mean, it's just a long way to go to keep it short.
Yeah.
But I
agree
still
with
think
y'all.
Tua is the guy. I still think Tua is the guy right now.
Well, the Michael Penix credit though, he is like at least doing certain drills, like like warm ups, lifting the leg, lifting the knees, kind of like moving it around. Of course, we like Smitty's right though. We do need to still see him in the full capacity of his movement, but again, just take your time, let him heal, let him go through his process. He's already been obviously doing well in his process, so whatever he's doing, like let him do him. What I'm saying? Let him continue that because it's been working well for him. Tua's doing his thing. And the thing about it is, too, Matt Ryan is out there watching both quarterbacks. So
Right.
to know that he's going to have a say-so in this, too. And he's not even a coach. He really wants Matt, if he could, and if his arm and body would allow him, I promise you Matt Ryan would sign a contract to be the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. I promise you he would.
Yeah, I can
But
see it.
he is going to have some say-so in this competition. He is closely watching this, just like Ian, just like Coach Stefanski, and just like all the quarterback coaches. I believe they're going to sit down at a round table together, and, what I'm saying, along Matt being there too, and they're going to have a conversation about who's going to be the starting quarterback. Expect Matt Ryan to have a say in this too.
Facts.
Yeah. I agree
Bentley,
with
I
y'all.
appreciate you, my guy. Go ahead, Ju.
Nah, I agree with everything y'all said, and I did my video on my channel talking about Tua like being the front runner. I agree with y'all because my thing is this: I like Michael Penix. I personally want to see Michael Penix succeed because I don't feel like he got a fair opportunity with the last regime because we didn't have a coaching staff. But at the end of the day, I keep telling the fans because they're commenting and things of that nature. I'm like, it's not that I want Tua to be the guy, but if you listen to what Matt Ryan has said about Tua prior to coming here when he was at CBS about him being a timing quarterback, one of the most accurate. If you hear what Kevin Stefanski recently said about his accuracy is a God-given talent and all of that, to me, that's leaning towards Tua. And then what Matt Ryan being a veteran, he understands like Tua knows where to go with the football. Similar to when we had Kirk Cousins, he's been through the fires. He's played in the playoffs. He has a lot of experience. So I keep trying to tell the fans, it's like, as much as we like Penix, it's a lot of unknowns. Like y'all said, he still has a lot of development. So it's like, until they can see that Michael Penix is completely healthy and completely ready, it might be a benefit for him to let Tua start the season so he can get completely healthy. And then if Tua, tails off like he has done in the past, you have somebody you can go to, but you've been learning from a veteran. You see what I'm saying? You've been learning from this great coaching staff. So I feel like we're in a win-win situation with either guy. But right now, I think I'm leaning towards Tua based off of what I've heard and based on what we've seen. And Tua's a good quarterback. Let's just be honest, like y'all said, 69% completion percentage is good. He pretty much diced us up last year when Miami came to Atlanta. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Drew.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, he carved us up pretty good. He carved us up pretty good. So
He definitely we got shish kebab. And it was so different too, because Mike McDaniel was using plays and they were running our plays pretty much better than us. And it was just so crazy. I was just like, bro,
he exposed us. They exposed us. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold the line. I know y'all got some other guys that want to jump on, but
yeah, I got your teammate in the background. You got your teammate in the background finna come on, so let's see what he got to say.
Okay, man. But like I said, man, I think y'all right. I think Tua right now, he the front runner, man. Right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Agreed. Miss Drill, thank you for the super chat. Truly appreciate it as always, Miss Drill. She said I'm riding for a healthy Penix, but at the end of the day, I just want to win, and that's all of us, man. Hey, Miss Drill, while you at it, man, come on through. Click on the link. Come on through and talk to us. Mike, what's up, man?
Mike.
Juju, what's happening?
What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
What's good, man?
I think everybody's looking at this the absolute wrong way. Tua just like as much as I like Tua just blew a $200 million bag. Okay, no other way around it. He blew a $200 million bag. He was a guy that had everything surrounding him, and Michael Penix being an unknown, you don't know what you're gonna get from him. Injuries. I like what I saw, but like one of them got rocks in his head, and the other one's got socks for legs. Okay, so you can't count on either one of these guys. You can't count on Tua because you don't know if he's gonna hit if he's gonna hit the ground and he's gonna get up because of his concussions. Then you got Michael Penix. You don't know if he's gonna continue to stay healthy. So I think this is a situation where the Atlanta Falcons should go back to what they was before and just rely on the running game. You got Bijan.
But
ride that son of a gun to the ground. Like, I don't care about if he get 500, if he get 500 carries, give that son of a gun to one of these quarterbacks, step up and say, it's my job. This is my job. You don't give it to nobody. I don't give a dang about none of his accuracy issues. I don't care about what he did in the past. This is right now. The Atlanta Falcons fans want to get to a dang on playoff. That's what we want. So I don't care about Tua. I don't care about Mike. I want somebody to step up and say, this is my goddamn show. It's my show. Ain't nobody going to take this from me. I want to see it from Tua. I want to see it from Mike. That ain't. So all this accuracy issue, look, we done seen Tua before, and he carved us up. Sorry, Chris, but he carved us up. He carved us up, baby. That man had one eye. Okay, he had that like Cyclops. He had one eye there.
Hey, I got one question for the whole panel, Mike, and I'll let you finish because I got to jump out of here. My one question for the panel is, are they going to be patient enough to allow Penix to develop? Because I keep telling people, this is not the NFL of old. Like the good teams, like the Packers, they understand the value in letting the quarterback sit for 3 years behind a good quarterback and, and play. I don't know if Stefanski, Matt Ryan, if these guys going to say, man, we trying to win now while we got this young nucleus still here, because who knows if Kyle Pitts going to be here after this year. So they may say, man, we going all in. And sometimes when you're playing with a guy there's a lot of uncertainty. That's the reason why Kirk Cousins was here in the first place. Because they were like, look, we got to have a guy that can get it done now. Did he get it done? No, he didn't. He failed. But at the end of the day, I think because this is a new regime, I don't know if they're going to be patient enough to say, let's let Penix develop. Because how it was for me last year, and Mike already know how I feel about Michael Penix. My thing with Penix last year was let him play out the whole season. I don't care if he start 0-10. We got to see what we got. But if you keep quarterback carousel bouncing between two guys, you're never going to know what you have. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem with it. It's like, put Penix out there and just let him play. Let him play out a full season if he can stay healthy. Because we don't know what we got. At this point, you've seen a good hat at the end of that when he first started as a rookie, we seen those good plays he made. And it's like, yeah, this is our guy. And then last year, that tailed off. So was that the play calling? Or was that Michael Penix inconsistencies? I'm leaning towards it was the play calling. But at the same time, exactly. See, it could be two things could be true, right, Smitty? He could have tailed off and it could have been coaching. So I kind of want to see what this coaching staff can do with him. But I don't know if they're going to trust because of his tape from last year. They might say Tua's more consistent. He got more tape out there. We know what he's capable of. We don't know what Michael Penix is. He's a wild card to me at this point. And I'll just drop out, guys. But that's how I kind of feel. Is I love Michael Penix. I think he's the better arm talent. I think he has a stronger arm. I think he's a more athletic quarterback, meaning if the play break down, we seen him take off and run, and Tua's not going to outrun him. So I think he has more upside, but I don't know if they're going to lean towards the sure thing like we had with Kirk Cousins. We know he's going to be complete passes. We know he's going to take his check downs. We know he's going to do all the things that a veteran would do. Are they going to be willing to give Penix the opportunity to grow? That's the real question.
That's an easy answer, man. And I'm glad you said that other part, because I'm going to give you the total reason as to why we did a video a couple of months ago. Well, about a month ago. But again, this could be perfect timing for Michael Penix in this aspect. And I said it earlier on the show.
Mm-hmm.
If Tua starts, he's healthy. He's doing what he needs to do. This team is winning. I'm fine with it. He's only on a 1-year deal. If Penix recovers 100% and does what he needs to do, he gets his quarterback position back next year. Next year, this will go over to what I said a couple of months, a month ago, or a month and a half ago. Me and Chris did a show on it. If he bounces back next year and proves he can be a quarterback, or depending on how things go this season, next year could be his last year, then I could see the Falcons phasing off into going with a win now team, going after a guy like Joe Burrow. This is where we're at.
Who to say they got? Who to say they believe in any one of these guys? Both of these guys on 1-year deals essentially. The Falcons still have to pick up that option next year. This year, next year. They have to pick up that option.
That's what I just said. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So who to say Michael Penix is they got? They probably looking at somebody in college right now to come in and like. See,
well, I'm glad you said that as well. That goes into my point next year. Do they really want to start over again with another young quarterback? Look at what they've done before Penix even got here. They had a lot of scrapyard quarterbacks. So
I say Bijan got a lot to do with that. Whatever Bijan, if Bijan gonna be patient, if he's gonna be, because this is Bijan team, like the end point blank period. This is his thing. They brought Kevin Stefanski in for him. Okay. So we may not see Kyle. We may not see Mike next year. I mean, I can see us keeping Drake, but outside of that, like, who's to say anybody's safe on this offense? Because right now with that contract with Drake gonna get you. Drake gonna get you 32 plus. Yeah. So who's to say anybody's safe? I think everybody in trouble. I think everybody on this offense is in trouble. You better put up or shut up. I was like, this is the year everybody put up or shut up.
But you made my point for me, and this is why I said Joe Burrow, because if you think about what's going on right now, Bijan Robinson, he's the heart of the offense. Drake London is the best receiver. We don't know what's going to happen with Kyle Pitts. But we got a guy, Joshua Simon, a young tight end, that can come in and pretty much do the same thing. But when you look at the defensive side of the ball, and this is why I said, they have to build on the defensive side of the ball, become a defensive identity-driven team. And if you can do that, run the football, control the clock, that's a recipe for a winning team. But you add a Joe Burrow with the talent that you have, it possibly be a Super Bowl team. Because I just don't see them starting on Arch Manning, that name and all that sounds good. But with a win now team, do you really want to bring in another young quarterback and start all over again? No, you don't. So I'm looking at Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert. Either one.
We at a crossroads, Smitty, because I said, what happens if Tua get us in a deep playoff run? Then he could also get another contract. You see what I'm saying? So we just like in that situation where we saying everything that everybody.
I will say, I'm glad you said that. And somebody said in the chat earlier, if he does sign another contract, it'll be a 2-1. 1 year is guaranteed. Next year is the option year. So it won't be a long term because of the health. But go ahead.
But that might help this team too, because if we have a quarterback on a friendly deal, then you have money to sign other guys. So like y'all saying, I have no problem with letting Bijan be the engine. Whoever the quarterback is, the running back need to be the engine. All we need the other dudes do when we put this play action pass and things of that nature, put in Kevin Stefanski's system. He likes to run the ball. We already know that when he was with Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. So he's gonna put whoever the quarterback is in a successful situation. We've seen this man make the playoffs with 4 or 5 different quarterbacks playing that go backup guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about them being put in the right spot. I think that everybody's focused on the quarterback. I'm not so much focused on the quarterback. I think we just want to know who the franchise guy gonna be. But at the end of the day, like y'all said, I just want us to win. I don't really care if it's Tua, if it's Michael Penix, whoever can get us into another playoff berth. It's just been way too long, man, that we've been 7 wins, 8 wins, 7 wins, 8 wins. Well, we're not bad enough to get a real top draft pick, and we're not good enough. We meddling in the middle.
Yeah.
We mediocrity. I said this on my show. We in the mediocrity.
To add on what you said, we looking at the same situation he was in the first year in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield was struggling, 35 interceptions his first 3 years. Amen. And he struggled then. Tua, he struggled his last couple of years. So what to say we don't have an 11-6 turnaround this year? Who said we have a better defense than Cleveland had, then? Better offensive talent, better offensive line, superstar running back. Who's to say?
We
can't do that.
The Falcons have all the pieces to be a legit contender. There's no doubt about it. You got 2 of the best. I think Xavier Rhodes, but Xavier Watts he's going to be a star. And then you got Jesse Bates, and you got Terrell Brothers right there at corner. I think they're good, man. Whenever they decide to punish our boy James Pierce and get it over with, because I'm tired of waiting. We'll figure out what's going to happen with that. I think Jalen Walker is going to be all over the place. The Falcons have the makings to be a legit contender, but everything comes down to how the players, in particular for me, the wide receiver group. And it was interesting today to see Drake London talking about all the guys that is not David Seals, because everybody know how I feel about Mr. 18 Cat Seals. These guys are legit. Zachariah, Dotson, Drake, Kyle, like just those guys in itself, I think is much better than what we had last year. So the Falcons have a nice young veteran group mixed together. I think that's the thing that people should focus on. Everybody know I'm a quarterback guy. I see everything from the quarterback position. But when you got all of these pieces together and the quarterback, all he has to do is throw slants and crossing routes. I mean, this is what got Lamar Jackson where he is. All he does is throw slants and crossing routes, and he take off for 10 yards and control the clock. We can do that.
Yeah.
And think about this too. We're talking about Bijan. We also got to remember we got Brian Robinson Jr., who's a pretty darn tough guy himself. Remember, this guy's been shot. Okay, so that's not even to be a joke. It's just
I ain't trying to laugh, man. Just the way you said
just his toughness. And then think about this too with Zachariah Branch as well. Those 2 guys are going to take pressure off of Bijan Robinson, because you just got to get the ball to ZB in space and let him go. You know what I'm saying? You can do the same things with that man, Bijan Robinson. Brian Robinson, he's going to be more so the power back, but he can get down the field as well. It's going to be great, man. Like you said, we got a great group of guys, but this has been another great show, man, as always, man. Appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, coming up here, doing their thing, giving their thoughts about the quarterback situation. Please, by all means, fellas, let the people know where they can find you and your content.
Go ahead, Drew.
I mean, y'all can find me on everything at Drew Talk Sports. So on X, I don't like calling it X. I still call it Twitter on my channel, but X, Twitter, whatever y'all want to call it, Black Planet. Y'all find me on Drew Talk Sports and everything, man. Whatever you got, you can find me on
Black Planet.
Yeah, man. Drew Talk Sport, everything, man. Here on YouTube, Black Planet, Facebook, Drew Talk Sports, man. But I appreciate y'all always letting me on the platform. Smitty, you guys know I love what y'all do over here, man. You always give us some exciting content, man. So and it's always positive. So I love, what our Falcons are doing, man, and hopefully we can make the playoffs. I just want to make the playoffs, y'all. Since I've been on YouTube, we haven't even had a playoff berth. So y'all know I love this team because I still break down all of the, videos.
Hey, I'm in that boat too. I'm in that boat.
Yeah,
all.
Man. I wish we was on YouTube when we was in the Super Bowl, but now it's like, man, since I'm like, what am I the curse? Let us stop doing YouTube and maybe we can get a playoff berth, man. What's going on?
I can't tell that. I like talk too much shit to do that. I can't do it.
Oh man, I know it, man. But like I said, man, I appreciate you guys. Chris, it's always a pleasure coming over here, man, just chopping it up with you guys. But like I said, whoever the quarterback is, then let's just get to the playoffs. That's all I want to see.
All right.
Facts.
Mike, so you can find Jude, myself, Don, K Styles, and we have a number of guests on the Heavy Hitters, THEE, the Heavy Hitters live. That show is pretty much a family oriented show. We have multiple versions of any type of content, but I think that is better suited for all Falcons fans. We do a lot. Look, we love trash talking. That's what we do. We do a lot of trash talking. I do a lot of cursing Raheem out, even though he's not here anymore. So if you enjoy Matt White cussing Raheem out like this, that's the place for you. I will cuss him out. Just for $1.99. I'll do it for free. I'll cuss Raheem out for free. Okay, if y'all want me to do it for free, I'll do it that. But hit us up at the Heavy Hitters, the Heavy Hitters. Like I said, man, I enjoy what everybody's doing. Everybody continue to do great content. And like I said, I watch everybody's stuff. Believe it or not, I may not have a lot of time to comment, but I watch everybody's stuff. I'm a fan of everybody's content. Everybody got different styles. Everybody got different taste. But everybody do a great job. And that's it. That's all we got, man. Check us out. Jude Talk Sports and Mad Mike Sports, man. The Heavy Hitters. And that right there is the bottom line. Because I said so.
Facts. Yeah, I forgot you in the wrestling too.
Absolutely.
I forgot about that. Grown man, nobody peed in my Coke. I don't
what? All right. Y'all,
hey, I don't know what that was. Whoa.
When I went on a rant earlier, so he.
Okay.
So,
hold on, whoa. That's my job, Smitty. You trying to rant now?
I got to do it too sometimes. Because sometimes when you get them comments to where you just can't hold back. So
yeah.
So I mean, it ain't me, but sometimes. Hey, I got to let off some steam. But A1, tell them where to find you, man.
Hey, man, peace and blessings to all, man. Make sure y'all find me over at A1 Forever Sport. It's the platform on YouTube. Come over, like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the A1 family. Make sure you find your peace today. It is 7:22, and we all got to make sure we find our peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. That's how you get your peace. And also, man, catch the Hawks Digest as well, man. The draft will be here in about less than a month. Trying to see where these Hawks going to go with it, man, who they're going to draft to be a part of this team. We just made it to the playoffs. Finally, no more Hawks Invitational, a.k.a. the play-in. So, so we're going to try to see if we can build off of that. And also catch your boy on the Falcons Digest as well, just recently over there. And just running that channel up, man, just doing my thing. And thank you. And thank you to everybody who, was a part of the show and always a part of our shows. And we really appreciate you guys, man, because you guys are the lifeline to really all of our shows. Without y'all showing up, it ain't no show. So we appreciate y'all.
Whether you piss me off or not, I mean, it's still y'all show. But y'all know where to find me, man, on Twitter at fatboysnell_21. Look, I'm always over there blowing that thing up, man. I put out a post today. Somebody pissed me off about talking about Michael Penix couldn't play on the center, but y'all seen it with y'all own eyes. I saw it at Washington. So that tweet done blew up. But I think it got like 20,000 views right now. But also catch me every day right here on Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Because I'm always bringing y'all the latest, greatest topics. Because that's what I do. And like Chris say, hope y'all find y'all peace today. And as I always tell y'all, keep trusting God, because when y'all keep God first, things will open up, evolve, and get better. That's just life. But for my boy Chris, Jew, Mad Mike, we're gonna roll on up out of here, man, because I got to find my damn chicken wings, and we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
All right.
Peace.